Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, August 26th. A little bit warmer this morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region compared to yesterday morning. And indeed, the afternoon temperature should be a few degrees warmer than on Monday. Still rather comfortable humidity levels for this time of the year, late August. Tomorrow, however, it looks like it'll be a hot and humid day. Relatively hot, certainly, compared to what we've had in recent weeks. Temperatures could touch the 90-degree mark in some I-95 corridor locations, probably the warmest day of the week. A weak cool front pushes through the Mid-Atlantic region tomorrow night. It could spark a widely scattered shower or thunderstorm anytime late tomorrow afternoon into the early part of tomorrow night. Certainly does not look like a heavy rain event. And then more refreshing air pushes back into the Mid-Atlantic region for Thursday and Friday, anchored by yet another Canadian-born high-pressure system. Once that high-pressure system moves off the northeast coastline at the end of the week, more humid air looks like it'll return to the Mid-Atlantic region this weekend, the holiday weekend, and it'll become increasingly unsettled with an increasing chance over the weekend for showers and thunderstorms. Well, before we focus on the continental U.S., let's take a look at the tropical situation. Right here, this is a colorized infrared satellite imagery loop from the Penn State Ewald site. This is what is now Hurricane Cristobal. It intensified slightly into weak hurricane status over the last 24 hours. Category 1. It continues to look like it will be no threat to the U.S. East Coast, as it should pull north and east over the next few days right out into the open Atlantic. Now here's another look at the tropics. This is the eastern part of the Atlantic from the Penn State Ewald site. A couple areas of interest. First of all, right here, a rather weak, disorganized looking tropical wave right here. This is the African west coast, right in this region right here. Notice an area of showers and perhaps thunderstorms right here on the west coast. This too could pull out into the open Atlantic and become a tropical wave. Both of these will have to be monitored, and really the entire Gulf of Mexico will have to be closely monitored over the next week or so, as it looks like conditions will become increasingly favorable for some tropical storm development over the Gulf of Mexico region as we progress through the next week to 10 days or so. So perhaps these two waves, or maybe another one, will develop right in the Gulf of Mexico over the next several days. We'll continue to monitor that area. But meanwhile, Cristobal looks like no threat to the East Coast. That will pull out into the open Atlantic over the next few days. Well, back to the surface map for the continental U.S. Here's that cool frontal system that will push through the Mid-Atlantic region tomorrow night. Rather weak. High pressure continues to dominate the scene here in the northeastern quadrant, as it has for the last few days. That cool front pushes in. Ahead of it, it'll become quite warm and humid on Wednesday. Most likely the warmest day of the week. Temperatures reaching, perhaps 88, 89, maybe even 90 degrees from D.C. to Philly to New York City. Could be a late day or early evening shower or thunderstorm as this cool front pushes in. Nothing on the heavy rain side, or nothing too steady here in the I-95 corridor. In fact, it could be completely rain-free as this frontal system moves through early tomorrow night. Notice behind it another high-pressure area that dropped southeastward from southwestern Canada into the northern plains and will push another refreshing air mass into our area for Thursday and Friday. Well, as far as the current nationwide radar is concerned, here's the radar map from mesonet.org. Quite a bit of shower and thunderstorm activity out in the middle part of the country associated with that weak cool frontal system, but that front tends to weaken as it pushes to the east. Completely dry conditions here thanks to that large high pressure area here in the northeastern part of the country. Again, can be a scattered shower or thunderstorm early tomorrow night, late in the day tomorrow afternoon here in the I-95 corridor, but for the most part, this tends to weaken considerably as it moves to the east over the next 24 hours or so. Well, let's take a look at a few computer forecast maps. This is from last night's 0Z GFS, Global Forecast System Model Run, and this is the forecast for this evening. High pressure continues to provide dry conditions here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Just upstream, little bit of a band here of showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two early tonight associated with that weak cool frontal system. Meanwhile, off the east coast, Hurricane Cristobal may maintain hurricane status throughout the day today. It continues to look like it'll stay well to the east of the U.S. East Coast on its way out towards the open Atlantic. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours to the forecast map for Wednesday evening. Well, by tomorrow night, this is about the closest Cristobal will come to the East Coast as it then starts to accelerate to the north and east out into the open Atlantic. Notice just a little bit of a precipitation kind of on a scattered variety here depicted by the GFS model for tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening, as that weak cool frontal system right here moves through the I-95 corridor. Again, just a widely scattered shower or thunderstorm expected late tomorrow afternoon, early tomorrow night from D.C. to Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York City. In fact, it could push through. That front could push through completely on the dry side. Just behind it, another nice Canadian-born high-pressure system by tomorrow night over the Great Lakes. And now let's jump ahead to Thursday evening's forecast map. Well, here we go. Cristobal moves way out into the open Atlantic here. High pressure moves into the mid-Atlantic region. Thursday and Friday look like very nice days with quite comfortable temperatures and humidity levels below normal temperatures for this time of the year. That high does continue to move, however, and once it gets off the northeast coastline early this weekend, it will pump in some warmer and more humid air, certainly more humid this weekend compared to Thursday and Friday, and it looks like it'll become increasingly unsettled with an increasing chance for showers and thunderstorms. Certainly as early as late Saturday night, there can be a shower or thunderstorm in the I-95 corridor, and perhaps even more likely for some shower and thunderstorm activity on Sunday and Monday, which is Labor Day. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist